before you say anything, I'd like to point out, before the thought leaves my mind, it's funny how Smash Wii U, just like where it's like, you got an invitation. This one, you're summoned to a dark dimension where the only light is the Smash Sun. It's just so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was, I knew it was Smash Bros. Because that was my first thought.
But obviously, after they said Splatoon 2, then there was like more Splatoons. Like the only two things that could come out of this is Smash Bros. Or an animated series, and I'd be fine with both.
I thought when people had their ideas, remake of Splatoon 1 for the Switch, remake of Splatoon 1 for the 3DS, and even though I'd like, even if it's watered down, I'd love a Splatoon remake for 3DS.
I mean, yeah,
but the thing is, whenever it was so obvious, oh, we do have one more video to show. It's Smash Bros. It's obviously Smash Bros. Why would it be anything else?
You know what'd be
so
hilarious?
Weird.
If I were ahead at Nintendo, and we didn't have Smash Bros. Ready, I just like, we have one thing to show you. I just like post F-Zero or something right there.
No, there's like, we have one more thing to show, and then the Sushi Striker trailer.
No, okay, no, I wouldn't do it. I would never do that. Okay, I just like, if we were ever like bringing up an old franchise back or whatever, and we just keep completely keep completely silent about that, and while everybody thinks it's Smash Bros, that I just put F-Zero. But the good part would be like, they'd look at just like, Smash Bros. Oh man, it's F-Zero. Just like, that would be great.
That would be good. We have a reverse Smash trailer.
I know, it's so cool.
And on that trailer is probably my one. Well, not my favorite, because Greninjas and Lynx, but one of my favorites.
Excuse me. You clearly do not know the greatness of Palutena Zone. That was just like its own separate. Oh my god, this could be an anime.
Oh wait, when I said Link, I meant Palutena.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palutena, that's what I said, Palutena and Greninjas, but probably the best Smash Bros. Trailer outside of that.
Do you know how many edits in the Inklings I have come out?
Yeah,
I regret to say that I made one.
Yeah,
well.
don't regret, I saved the template.
I made one with Shadman.
Oh, that was you?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't think of anything else. You have to understand.
Okay, so other than that awful news,
I'm sorry.
The trailer was so good. Like, it was so cinematic, and when everything just went dark and she just turned around, it was, this is Smash Bros. And then I saw Breath of the Wild Link, and Mario looking like he's going to dust some fools. he just went to an Odyssey. He's been through so much.
Yeah, so just like, oh, okay, I'm still not a Barry to Peter, and I'm alone in the world. I've got nothing to live for.
The thing, speaking of that, the first actual substantial thing to discuss here, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild have come out, and Samus Returns, which has added new things to their arsenal.
Yes.
I'm really wondering if it's about time.
Maybe if there's going to be like a major shift in movesets now.
Yeah, movesets for like the classic P, because they practically have been the same since. Like, Kirby's hammer has changed a lot, but other than that,
I would like it, because that, especially since Smash,
especially for Link.
Yeah, the thing is with Smash 4. I don't feel like it was like a reject. The thing is that I kind of wanted. There was variety, but when they put up the custom moves, I was like, "This is great," but no one ever freaking plays them, and that's not their fault. But it's just.
I think the problem with the custom moves is that I was thinking, okay, this from another franchise, because just Link's bomb's bigger.
Well, no, for some characters like. I think the more cartoony characters got, the better.
Yeah, there were some people, because like Palutena was clearly built from the ground up for custom moves.
It's Sakurai, come on.
Well, yeah, because that trailer and that's another reason why her trailer is the best. She looks like just some of the teefest character ever, the most unfair person,
despite
ever.
Not actually being so.
Yeah, she is good, but so did Punch guy. What's his name?
Little Mac.
He looks really unfair in his trailer as well. It was a good trailer.
But the thing is that I'd have to say
What would they replace?
If there are some moves that could be overall, I'd say the more standard moves possibly.
Maybe they'd finally replace his They'd replace Flood with Cappy.
Yeah, even though
a lot of people
have
like Flood.
done crazy things with Flood.
That'd probably cause some outcry, or maybe
they do like maybe they bring custom moves back, but in a different way.
Yeah, I'd say things are coming back. I want Smash Run to be unique to 3DS, so I can bask in having the best single player aspects of Smash Bros. Except for probably Subspace, but I also want Smash Run to come back because everyone else is talking about characters.
You know what I hope? I just realized. What if they had a story mode again?
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a story mode.
No. You remember the reason why they didn't have a story mode before? You realize what scope this is. Back in that day, Sakurai was just like, oh, you're gonna spoil everything for everyone, do you? Huh? Well, fine. This current community of spoiling before anything.
The game comes out this year. It's not going to be that much time. I think they'll have they'll have a easy, and they know it got spoiled last time. They're gonna guide it better. The thing is, everyone else, their hopes are for characters returning. My current biggest hope is an expanded Smash Run. Multiple stages for Smash Run. That sounds incredible.
I would really. Or then we get the Smash Board game thing.
Oh gosh, that would be awful. And if we get Smash Run again, that just further buries. Even a lot of people like Smash on 3DS. It's better on console, so we use better by default. But Smash Tour versus Smash Run.
Obviously. Even though Smash Run has some bullcrap, it does.
Yeah.
But just I remember that one point where I think I was DDD, but you were either you or Wuggles was Samus, and just we got Climb, and I absolutely just like was going up. It's like, oh crap, okay, I got hit by one of the guys. I'm like, oh no, and like it's going 3, 2, 1, and then Samus hits the spike and then respawns like a pixel under me, and I won. It was so cool. It was so good.
The thing is, like, speaking on that, Smash Run, the sports challenges like run, climb, jump, etc. They should make more of those and then separate them from the battle challenges.
I think what should happen is that they should incorporate more technical stuff. But not technical alone. There's like, I don't want to get into something and just like, oh, the super technical thing now you have to do it. Like, no, I'd want it to be like a good mix. Like say run with some stipulations.
I think that
of course it'd have to be balanced.
What they should do is make it random. They keep the random,
but select if it's going to be a challenge or a battle.
Oh no, I was saying that it could be random, but you could also, like Top 100. Everyone chooses one challenge, and then it chooses from those 4 people.
Well, that's a bit because like if somebody just decided to dedicate their lives to the run one, and then just like they just happen to get the run.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, that would be good, but they just auto win.
So everyone knows what the 4 challenges are.
I'd rather leave it to the ether because then that would leave too much possibility to
I guess
out of 4.
It raises the chance if it's out of 4, but
yeah.
then you can just make it random. And that's what the choice of between making it completely random or making 4 people choose and lowering the pool.
I guess so.
And then in that case, we can say everyone, let's ignore the run, jump, climb ones in case no one wants to do those, and ignore teams because it's very annoying when we're just
always
on the same team.
Yeah, just like I got you. Just like fighting against these like.
Oh, yeah. It was still fun.
I wanted to clobber you. You don't understand. I got so much attack. This just needs use.
So yeah, Smash Run has things that needs fixing. But other than other challenges, Smash Run story mode, we talked about characters being changed. I'm thinking Samus is going to get some Samus Return stuff.
Yeah. Like the counter, definitely.
Oh god, another counter character.
Watch
Oh
her
my
rise
gosh.
through the tears
Hopefully.
like a phoenix.
I'd like that
Ridley.
because Samus is like one of my mains. Even though someone like you can't have more than one main. I'm talking about the casual version of the word.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, Samus
It's
is
like
one
saying
of
you
my
can't have
mains.
more than one waifu in the casual version of it.
Yes, exactly. The thing is that people, when I would be facing my friends and they'd have Bayonetta and Corrin, I'm like, you know what, Samus, and I became the biggest troll, and I'd
Well,
like to become a bigger troll with a better
said
Samus.
with me, of course, I somehow Smash 4 has made me love DDD more than Kirby. Because
Oh yeah, DDD's great. But actually, that's a weird thing about Smash 4, in that a lot of the people I loved to use, I stopped using Pikachu, I stopped using Kirby.
like
in Smash 4.
Like the thing is, Lucas for some reason is like super powerful.
Yeah.
And if only the 3DS. Of course, I don't use my 3DS for Smash because I don't have it. But when I use it on like Lincoln's, his thing coming off.
Circle-pad.
Yeah, the fact that I can't precise aim PK Thunder is still the only downside, and yet I still win. It's
Yeah.
just that
I think
good.
His circle pad has some weird lag to it. That's why I like using mine.
Yeah, it's weird, but at the same time, yours is. I need a
Tiny
microscope. I need a microscope.
I like tiny 3DS compared to giant. this
Giant, I can
10,000
see what
pounds.
I'm doing. 3DS.
Sure.
Jeez. But okay, let's go into wanted characters now. Of course, my I mean, I'm glad Inkling's here. But my thing.
That's the thing. The first increase in third party in the previous Smash and increase in third party in the Switch. Anyone can come as long as they're not a first party person on
Yeah,
another
so
console.
of course my list still goes to mainly Crash.
Who's going to come in Smash Bros. Other than before PlayStation Battle Royale?
Yeah,
Yes. Same way Snake did.
Shantae,
Shantae.
and Rayman. Those are basically the three that I'd want. The thing is that I'd want I subconsciously want another Mega Man character.
But that seemed like pushing it. If they have another those guys, it could be another Sonic character.
Well, and that's just it. That's the problem. No other like. I'm sure they could vary enough the movesets, but unless you're going through that whole clone business again, there's barely.
I'd say Tails and just give him machines like what Smash
Like
Flash
and
does.
you mean Sonic Battle? That's what they base it off of.
Yeah, they're pretty much based off Sonic
But
Flash, yeah.
maybe I doubt that's just it. I have something in me. I don't know, maybe because of how the system works, but I just doubt that. Just like how I doubt them putting in Mega Man X or Zero.
Should have been another outfit,
Yeah,
but maybe different heights.
but
so
then
they'd probably,
if it was Mega Man X, they'd also have to change the Final Smash. Oh man, new Final Smash.
well, not
ideas.
really, because was there Z targeting in Wind Waker? Because Toon Link also got.
Well,
Triforce
no.
Slash.
Remember, Mega Man X is in the Mega Man Final Smash.
Oh,
That's
oh
what I mean.
yeah. They just shift it.
No, they
But-
won't. Shift it to who? Bad Box Art Mega Man. I ain't played that.
They just shift that to the original Mega Man and then make.
But
Mega
he's
Man X
already
charge.
in there.
Yeah, so make Mega Man X in charge, and then the other Mega Man goes to the. But that'd be so lame.
That would be lame.
I'm glad that sure Triforce Slash will finally go, which probably means they'll change Toon Links as well. So thank goodness.
So, what? The
That was
Final
just so-
Smash would be
so
messing
boring.
with gravity. It's just like you put your opponents on a rock and then launch them into the
Oh
stratosphere.
my gosh! What if they replace Toon Link with? There's no name for Goofy Link.
Or
The link from what's that?
Triforce Heroes?
Link Between Worlds.
oh.
Oh yeah, they'll just make it a Triforce Heroes Final Smash, I guess. But Link Between
Dude,
Worlds and then
what
it goes.
if what if like in casual matches we got the ability to change between two Final Smashes?
Yeah, because they're going to want to expand on something, and maybe they'll have multiple Final Smashes. Yeah, that sounds like a great.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds, and that brings us. Even though I didn't talk about. Yeah, we'll save that for later. How are they going to change the mechanics? Because they're going to. Well, they didn't really change it in Smash 4. But they're going to want to very slightly change it, because that's what they always do. But
Yes.
for people I want coming, Nobody really. I just want my people to return, and my people are going to return because they're in the first Smash Bros.
Remember how long it was before Yoshi got announced and people
Yeah, people were like, "Is
sweating.
Yoshi coming?"
And I'm just like, come on, guys, are you serious?
The thing is, we now know for sure. Not for sure, but it's obvious that the original 8? 12?
12.
The original 12 will always return. So that's fine. There are certain people from Melee you can expect to see coming back, like Game & Watch. And I'm glad because Game & Watch became one of my favorite characters.
I noticed.
Yeah, it's really fun. And so, and I mainly used those people. In terms of other people, and I'm sure most of the DLC and third-party characters will be going, and then they'll just restart. Maybe they bring back a couple, but most of them will be gone. But I am hoping Corinne stays, and I'm guessing they're going to stay, and that's where...
Honestly, I could do without Robin.
Yeah, where I was going to say in the... After characters who are going to return, who's not going to return. Because I don't think everyone's going to return. And I think they're probably going to remove all the Fire Emblem characters except for Marth, Ike, Corin. And then they'll bring a new one from...
After all the hype from Lucina?
From all... Well, if they keep with clones, they'll keep Lucina. But I'm assuming Marth, Ike, Corin, and then whoever's in the newest Fire Emblem. And it's just going to be that. For them starters. They'll probably, when it comes to DLC, they bring in every single Fire Emblem person from any game ever made, obviously, because Fire Emblem is now their baby, other than Kirby. But when it comes to the main cast, they're going to get rid of most of those people. I'm assuming they're going to get rid of Pac-Man, Mega Man. Sonic's pretty much a mainstay.
Sonic's a mainstay. I don't think they'd get rid of Mega Man. And Pac-Man's such a big thing. Well,
the thing is that Bandai Namco isn't working on this one.
That is true.
So I'm not sure how guaranteed he is. Like, he could stay for this one, but who was there another man? What's his name? Punch guy, the other Punch guy, Ryu. I keep forgetting that he's obviously not coming back. So
I'm glad you're saying these definite statements so that in case you're wrong.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be this is recorded. Yeah. So a lot of people, a surprising amount of people, are like, Doom guy, and you can't even say that's ridiculous anymore.
Yeah, that's the
one.
It's on Switch
but
and everything, and Doom has been on everything.
That's that's Smash Bros experience.
But the thing is that I was like, Bayonetta was like pushing it, but on certain when they discuss like subject
Bayonetta's kind of
matter.
Second party now.
Yeah, but they did when they were like discussing. What the heck?
Discussing subject matter.
Subject matter.
But Snake.
They were like, well, the thing is that Metal Gear is still inherently a wacky franchise.
I guess that's true. Well, so it's Bayonetta.
No, here's the thing. Bayonetta is not that type of wacky. It's a different type.
It's like No More Heroes type of wacky.
Sort of, yeah. Even though No More Heroes is a bit more on the nose. But the thing is that because of that, they're just like saying it didn't really mesh well. So that's why they're wondering. Doom Guy does not mesh well at all either, even more so. But it's still possible.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. And on that note, is Bayonetta returning? Yeah, Bayonetta 3. It's practically a second party franchise now. I don't understand
what Bayonetta 3 could ever be about, because it's like people asking for another Asura's Wrath game. You literally just punch some gods bigger than the sun and whatever in that one, and then in Bayonetta you throw God into the sun. And
does Bayonetta die in Bayonetta 1 and 2?
She doesn't die in 1. But I don't know in 2.
I'm assuming
she literally just like goes to hell to beat up some demons or whatever.
Yeah, but she seems to explicitly die in the trailer. So I'm assuming
she was put in a coma, I think, or whatever.
Well,
but the thing is that just like it's such a franchise. It was such a franchise.
Meaning Bayonetta discussion. Continue.
It was such a franchise that it didn't seem to mesh well at all. But it could feasibly be done. But Doom Guy is still on such a spectrum that I'm just like, actually, it meshes even less yet. Because of how things work, I won't ever 100% count something out anymore.
Yeah. So, like, we could get into more detailed stuff, like I'd say an Odyssey stage is coming and talk about that, but that can be saved for a separate video.
Yeah, and I'm very hungry, so I want to finish this now.
Yeah, so basically, all of my definitive statements will be proven wrong because that's the nature of Smash Bros. I was afraid. My final statement, I think, I was afraid that Splatoon characters, Inkling Boy and Girl, would be bad. Mii fighters, are they going to return? There are no Mii's in the Switch, so I'm assuming no.
Maybe it'd be a different thing.
Yeah, but yeah, they'd probably just put the Mii's entirely into Smash Bros. Like they did with Splatoon and the Miiverse thing. I was afraid that the Splatoon characters would be bad, but then I remembered that they have an obsession with making the DLC and new characters as good as possible. Because all of them are super good.
Like do I it's one of those things where just like if you see a Cloud or Corrin on the match, you know you're going to be annoyed.
Yeah, I was very annoyed because I went online once, 3DS. I was there as Villager, another favorite of. Oh my gosh, is Villager going to return? I hope so. I kept thinking I have no one to worry about but the Villager. But yeah, I was there as Villager. Someone was there as Bayonetta, and then Bayonetta brushed past the third person, and that person saw Bayonetta and just jumped off the stage twice. And because Bayonetta brushed past them, Bayonetta won the match. It was very annoying because I was gonna win because Villager is awesome. But yeah,
well, that
Inkling's gonna be great. I hope.
Well, why would they just like if they hype that up only for it to be bottom tier? That'd be hilarious and also terrible.
Sad.
But yeah, kind of like where Jigglypuff is right now.
Yeah, Jigglypuff deserves better.
Yeah, Kirby. Well, remember when Kirby was like lowest tier in Melee? I was like, why did they do that? Sakurai must have been mad. That's why he did what he did in Brawl.
Yeah, it's so sad because yeah, what's Samus, Kirby, Jigglypuff? They're on top in the original two. I know they're on the bottom. That's so disappointing. And on that sad note, I guess that's that, really.
Yeah.